Hey folks, how's it going? Long time no see. And welcome to yet another live stream. Kinda doesn't work this way today. Yeah, it's been a while. I have been not doing streams for a very long time. And I really wonder if anyone's gonna show up. But either way, I'm going to build a keyboard kit tonight, and it took me about an hour to get my streaming PC patched up, get the kit together, change the lighting a little bit once again, and get the keycaps and the switches ready and all that. Most importantly, first thing I want to reveal is the kit that we are going to build today is going to be the Noxary 268 V1. And oh wow, that was that went quick. Okay, we already got a couple of guys in chat. Hi guys. I didn't expect people to actually watch this one after being absent for so long, but it's great to know that there's still people following my channel. Surprise. Yeah, as I already revealed, I will be building the Noxary 268 keyboard kit today. I have received this keyboard a while ago, maybe a bit more than half, must be more than half a year. Having some tea. And it's been laying around ever since. Yeah, there's been, I don't know, a couple of friends have been discussing Noxary keyboards in last week, and I've gotten kind of curious. There's supposed to be all kinds of things wrong with this kit, and I thought, like, well, let's build it and see what it turns out like. So yeah, let's unwrap it. Little spoiler, I have tested the PCB and it appears to be working fine. Let me grab a bit of foam. Yeah. Good. Okay, so here's the PCB, here's the plate. Thankfully, I got a universal brass plate. Let's see. Come on. It's wrapped in cling wrap, or what they call it. I couldn't peel it off properly, so I tore it off. I should have been unraveling it. I kind of feel like I have to clean this plate first. It's a bit not so nice. Where's my cloth? That doesn't make it worse. Okay, I don't think that changed much. Can you see this? appears there's like a little bit of oxidization or whatever happening here. Not sure. It might be that this brass plate was not coated. I don't know what's special about it. I guess it still works. I think the cutouts look pretty good. It's just the surface doesn't look too good. No, this one isn't gonna be Nixie's. This one's gonna be this box. I found a box full of Ergo clears, and I kind of guessed that they should be enough for a build. I guesstimated. Good. Okay, let's build the stabilizers. Yeah, we're gonna, like, since I haven't done a live stream in a long time, we are going to do all the things together. Probably forgot half the things. So if you see me do something more stupid than usually, let me know. Like, for example, I don't have to wear the gloves all the time. Like, just to give you an impression why I'm wearing gloves, I'm gonna show you all the shit that has happened the few times that I wasn't wearing the gloves. Like, I cut myself here, I cut myself here, I cut myself here, here. There's another one that's already good again, and here. What's wrong with me? Like, must be some kind of emo. What the f— Did I just mess up the stabilizer assembly? Okay, this one works. This one. Come on. Good. How hard can that be? Yeah, so how's you guys been doing? I think tons of things have been happening while I wasn't streaming. Obviously, I haven't been disappeared off the face of the planet, but I've done tons of other things. Like, for example, I got my hunter's license, which is a big thing in Germany. You won't believe it. It's yeah, and then I've been dipping into some other hobbies, which are unfortunately not very keyboard related. But turns out that I should be doing more keyboard related stuff, because it is actually less cost intensive than other stuff I could be getting into. Nah, no Band-Aid mod. So I remember, like, I got these, I wanted to get some Torx screws for my stabilizers, and I want to get like a lot, because I was sick of looking for good screws. And then I got these 2.5mm screws, and I found out they were like a bit too long. So I got another bag of 1,000 screws, which were exactly 2 millimeters, so 0.5 millimeters shorter. Then I realized I actually do like to have some kind of insulating washers under my screw-in stabilizers, so I got these insulating washers. I think these are very similar to the ones that Nathan Kim has suggested. And and then I realized now I actually want the 2.5 millimeters screws again, and thankfully I haven't flushed them down the toilet, so I was just getting them back from the drawer, and here we are again. Yay! Yeah, the hunter's license, primarily not to hunt nixies, but to be able to defend the nixies. You understand? What's this? Oh, that's the right one. Okay, so here's the super washers. I hope they're not too thick for the PCB and the case. I know Zondert loves pushing the limits here on how flat you can make this keyboard. A little bit of a backstory of this keyboard. I don't remember why I bought this keyboard. For some reason I got into this group buy, and oh look, that looks pretty neat. And that's a super cheap solution. Like it looks shitty, but I couldn't care less. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Big question, is this the right place for the spacebar? Yep, looks like it. It seems like I have to reveal which keycaps I'm using in a tiny moment. I hope everyone's excited. So yeah, while we're at it, and while I haven't done anything irreversible yet, does anyone know what the issues were with this kit? I remember, like, on the Discord server there was like a back and forth with how there were like issues with the kit, and Zondert was asking around who's having issues, and I was like, yeah, no, because I haven't built it. Don't know if I mentioned that, but somehow, like, if there's anything I could run into, I think someone mentioned I shouldn't be pulling the case screws too tightly, because they could because the threads were like a tiny bit out of spec, or like the threading was a bit too fine for this kind of application. So if anyone can remember anything like that, please let me know and write it in the chat, and you are going to get like super special creds. Oh, an issue with the PCB. Okay, we'll find out. Like, I can deal with most PCB issues usually. Like, if it's something like the resistors or the diodes or something like that, that shouldn't be such a big issue. Okay, if there's like any Oh, there's another hunter in the chat. Yeah, well, full disclosure, I haven't shot anything yet. Hunter's license is also like a great way to have access to firearms in Germany. Okay, give me a second. Okay, like I know one guy's gonna be excited and one guy's gonna be slightly disappointed, but I know you're good friends, so yeah, don't take it personal, because it is going to be GMK Red Samurai. Hoorah! Check with the NORDE Kit, of course. ANSI. Yeah, if you want to watch an ANSI build stream, there are a lot of ANSI build streams out there. I actually think there's actually a couple of prominent ISO build streams out there, isn't there? Yeah. Yeah, Kersey, why don't you make an ANSI build stream? Okay, let's try this. Layout's gonna be super straightforward. Gonna go with the 1.25 bottom row and the 6.25 spacebar, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I haven't done this for such a long time. I might be making up the measurements here. The plate so far. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's that's actually a reason to. Oh. Damn it! Someone stuffed a lot of keycaps into that box. Ooh, wow, I like these accents. I like these keycaps. Yeah, give me a second. Sorry, I have to carefully open the keycaps and make sure that I grab the right ones. I really like the colors. Okay. Okay, so ISO shift is going to be here. This means that 1.25 mod is going to be here as well. Just going to gently rest this keycap on there. And yep, there we go. Come on. Oh no, that was a bit too fast. Just going to gently rest that keycap here and give me another. Oh yeah, this. That looks pretty good. Okay. Big issue today is going to be I will be finishing my first spool of solder. This was a 0.25 kilograms, like 250 grams of solder. Has easily lasted me through all the keyboards you've seen me build. Okay, now the big question is this going to be a stepped caps or a non-stepped caps build? I'm a little uncertain, because I usually associate the non-stepped caps lock with the 1.25 unit bottom row. So whenever we have a 1.25 unit bottom row, I kind of think it looks better with the unstepped caps. And whenever we have like a 1.5 unit bottom row, or like 1.5 unit keycaps in the bottom row, not necessarily the whole bottom row, I kind of feel like I want to go stepped. And since this is going to be a full 1.25 unit bottom row, I really don't know. I think we should go with unstepped caps. There is a lot of activity on chat. I'm sorry, I can't really follow it. Oh, okay. So I saw this. The Scottish Game Maker has given some input on the issues with the PCB, and they seem to be related to using 1.25 keys here, which should mostly be an issue when using... Oh, I think there was a version without the spacer, right? I think I've got the... let me check this. Oh yeah, there was like one version where you could have like a single 1.5 U key here, and I think a 7 unit space bar. Oh yeah, see, there's room for another space bar. Like for another spacebar stabilizer. Okay, I'm gonna go with non-stepped here. I think you're completely ignoring that. Like, this is a big step for me. Sorry, no. Like, this is a big decision for me. Everyone's doing like you're supposed to be chatting on the chat. So you're supposed to give me feedback when I ask you something. Your conversations have to cease, and I want to get a definite answer, like a clear answer, no different opinions and discussions. I just want everyone to agree on one thing that I should do to make it easier for me and save me from making decisions on my own. Okay, let's have a look now. Okay, I do think that the plate is very well spaced. I think it's very well spaced. Yeah. Oh, a bit more gossip about this board. I think this board was like mildly delayed, especially for like at least for me. Not sure about other participants in the group buy. I think I got it with kind of the usual group buy delays. And after I had been participating in the first Sondat group buy for the X60, on which I pretty much binged by getting 2, I was kind of expecting worse, but for some reason, I don't know why, I kind of told myself I didn't want to do any more Sondat group buys because it's too much for my little heart. I can't take the stress. So I was pretty convinced not to get another Sondat board. And then I received this board I was like, yeah, finally, chapter closed, done with this shit. And then, I'm so sorry, then I unboxed it, and I saw this top frame, and it is so sexy. I don't know if you've seen this before. Let me. This is disregard the little discolorings here. I mean, these are on the inside of the frame, but this frame is so good looking, and I was like, oh my god, this is so sexy. I need more of this. I went online, went on Discord. I PM'd Sondad and asked him if he's got spots open in the Noxary 280 group buy, and I instantly got on board for the Noxary 280 group buy. Here I am again waiting for a Sondad group buy. But I guess if you're not waiting for a Sondad group buy to ship, you're not really part of this community. And if you've previously been part of a Sondad group buy, received your stuff, decided it's not worth the stress, and stopped joining future group buys, then you're kind of part of the community, but you didn't understand what it's all about. So, well, first verdict is this plate is kind of ugly looking, but pretty well spaced. Oh no, just as I was about to say that. It's all fine again. No worries there. I'm thankful this plate supports switch top removal, because these switches are busting. They have a tight fit there with the sticker with the switch films. So I will need to give them a nice and firm push once I'm done seating them. Oh, two more. See ya. I'm a master of guesstimating switches. Spot on. with just a dozen spares, or 2 dozen, or maybe 100. I don't know. Could be 100. Oh, it's Chokan. How do you pronounce that nickname? It's another very prominent YouTube keyboard dude. I think you're from Japan, right? So a man from the land of Topra, Thorpe. Some more tea, and let's try this. Yeah, thanks for the request. Saw someone asking for if I'm selling any lubed switches. The answer is pretty simple regarding all "are you selling" questions. I don't sell any stuff that involves manual labor, because I just don't have the time for that. Anything that involves me performing any kind of manual labor is just not worth it for me. So I am selling boards with great switches that I found at the recycler at great prices usually, but I will not desolder them or switch mod them for anyone, because Whenever I have the passion to do something for my keyboarding hobby, I would rather spend it on things that benefit, like that get me ahead. And since I'm not a student, I don't have this the spare time to make some money on the side by doing some keyboard chores. But if you are if you're a student and you're looking for a little side income, well, get in touch, and I can hook you up with some decent vintage black donor boards. You can do some desoldering, some switch modding. If you do that in bulk, you will easily pay off a nice ultrasonic cleaner and the components used. And if you make yourself a name, you can really, I'm pretty convinced you can really make a decent decent little income on the side. That's something I would have loved to do when I was a student. Okay, yeah, I think I got all the bent legs. There was a lot of bent legs this time. Not sure what I'm doing wrong here. And I'm gonna go give this little cutie another push. And then it's solder time already. Oh yeah, throw on my soldering iron, still working. Another sip of tea. Good tea there. Okay, let's see how this improvised solder sucker works. Okay, this solder is obviously going to be empty very soon, but there's more. There's actually there's a kilogram more of solder. Leaded. Okay, let's turn on my low noise venting system. Okay, here we go. Wait, this one's pointing the wrong direction, is it? Much better. Okay, wait. I've got like a 2-fan setup. There's a fan over there, giving me a little bit of airflow in this direction, and there's like the solder sucker. So my idea is generally to give the solder fumes a bit of a touch into this direction, and hopefully get them all through the solder sucker. I'm gonna the fume filter. I'm gonna try it like this. Oh, it works pretty well. I can immediately tell it was a great idea to start again with a small kit, because I am not in the mood to do a huge 100 plus keys boards tonight. This is actually working pretty well. I'm kind of happy with this setup. By the way, how do you like the light, guys? I think it's a bit too shiny here, right? I don't think, yeah. I'll see what I can do about this. I'm continuously working on the light. I won't give up. It's one of the reasons why my stream is rather late today, is because I drilled a hole into the ceiling here. I've got like a drywall ceiling here, and above the ceiling is a concrete ceiling, like above the drywall, and I couldn't find the support structure under the drywall, which I usually of course prefer to attach stuff to. Like if you find a support structure under the drywall, you can just drill stuff in there. So I wasn't able to do that. Like not in the location where the light was supposed to be. So I never really went ahead and put up the light there. And now today I was finally like, screw this, I'm just gonna drill into the concrete wall, into the concrete ceiling. Took a nice long 8mm drill, and yeah, put a little screw down right in there, and the lights, it's right up there above me. Let me try something. Let me see. Isn't that better? That should be cute. Now you can all see how dirty my tip is. Gonna clean my tip. How the solar fume system is actually working pretty well. I'm kind of happy with that. I see some German viewers on the chat. I should totally make a German video soon. Probably gonna. I might be doing like I might be doing this with one of the kits that I have twice. So I can do like a build stream in English and then do the same build stream, maybe with different switches or different caps, in German. Ah, the focusing is messed up. Why didn't you tell me, guys? Let me see if I can get this right. Let me just zoom out a tiny bit. I've got to work with the aperture, I think, so that it doesn't zoom that much. But I can't do without the auto zoom, otherwise I can't pull stuff up and hold it into the camera. Okay, let me try something. I think this thread of solder is officially empty. Yep, here we go. Emptied it. Let me see. Won't fit on there. Here we go. I don't want to know which decade that solder is from, but it was nice and cheap. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Damn it. I should be... wrong way around. Yeah, that's a great plan. German board. I should be doing the German board in ANSI layout, just to make a point, just because I can. If you want to get in touch with me, you best wait for Desk Authority to be fully operating again, and then just send me a private message on Desk Authority. I promise to answer within 2 to 3 business days. I'm a lazy dude, guys. Seriously. Being lazy is one of the main driving forces in my life. I think I found something out. Yeah, you're gonna be with me while I transfer some solder to my old solder station. Damn! Oh yeah, it's just because it's stuck here. It's gonna work again. It's not my fault. Didn't make any. Plan's still perfectly right. And we're not in a cartoon. If a plant fails due to a small mistake, we're not entirely dropping it. We're just making adjustments. Oh, these sounds must be terrible. Yeah, of course, leaded solder. Go lead or go, yeah, or go healthy. Ah, damn it, I need a screwdriver to do this. This is already too much work for me. Oh, see. Better. I can. This isn't going to be clean. This is just going to be good enough. Ah, here we go. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a new fetish. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. This channel might sometimes appear like I'm not giving any fucks, but I actually am. Like, you all matter to me. Good. Wrong way around. Okay, but this is going to be easy to fix. Here we go. Damn solder. That was so much fun. I'm very glad that we shared this moment. Let's get back to work. Oh. I really have to figure out how this zoom works. I'm pretty sure we're going to find out that there was actually enough solder on the old spool, and the whole spool, two spools, one like a one guy thing was just a waste of time. The reason why I'm doing this into the same, like, the reason why I'm going from this side of the board to this side of the board is because I can heat up a joint, get a good grip on it, push it in, heat up the next joint, then jump over to with my gripping hand and move on to the next joint. So while I'm heating up the next joint, I'm still applying pressure to the previous one, making sure that all the way through the solder drying, like the solder cooling process, the pressure is maintained, and not wasting too much time, because as I am applying the pressure and the solder is drying or cooling or whatever, I am already in the process of heating up the next joint. Now, since we're further down here, we can probably already reverse the process into the opposite direction. It's just like, it's just important to find a good grip. Like, make sure that you find a good way of applying that pressure. Okay. Ah, no, not okay. We're only halfway done. Okay, so I think the big change to my fume voodoo this time is I'm getting the airflow from here. Like, usually I was getting it straight across the table. I'm just getting it from this direction here now, like slightly vertical. I don't know, across. So it's kind of getting the fumes into this direction and not into this direction, because I think this direction was kind of getting too much turbulences, whirls, I don't know. like I'm pretty sure we're gonna finish this little piece of solder here before the board is fully soldered, so all that thread to thread thing wasn't for nothing. No solder wasted. Wie eine schwäbische Hausfrau. And the new solder is doing great. I love it. It is doing great. I actually prefer the thickness already. I think it's great. It's the previous one used to be 1.2 millimeters diameter. This one's 1 millimeter diameter. That makes a big difference, considering that the diameter is of course like a 0.2 millimeters of additional diameter equals a lot more solder per millimeter of solder here. So this one feels like it is a lot easier to it's a lot easier to control the amount of solder you apply, and it feels like due to it being thinner, it also heats up and melts a bit quicker. Other than that, I don't see a difference between this and the other solder, despite not being sure if they are technically identical. They are very similar, same manufacturer, pretty much same same solder composition, like part I think 60-40 leaded solder, but it can always be a different flux that is used or something like that. So I wasn't sure if this solder was going to be any good, but I'm really happy with it. A big relief. I'll have a sip of tea on that. Okay. Yeah, it's just the wrong side. Oh wow, that is. Yep, fits. That is so cute. Oh, this is actually okay. This is branded Loctite. The big spool is branded Multicore. It's all the same brand. I think it's mostly distributed under the name Multicore, but Multicore is a brand of the Henkel group. This is like a German company for some reason. And for some reason this spool was sold under the name Loctite. I got this recommendation from the EEV blog channel. He's been recommending the multi-core solder, and I can only say good things about this. As you can see, it seems like the flux isn't just like a one strain in the center of the lead or of the lead, but instead it is like several very thin strains of flux in the solder. I don't know what the metallurgy is behind that, but I really have the impression these guys know their job. Okay, the screws. Flathead. Okay. Someone's yeah. Focus camera, come on, you can do it. Thanks. Flathead. Flathead is like the least obvious choice. Okay. Okay, very careful not to over tighten anything here. The plate fit in the top case is tight. Gonna add some magnetic superpowers to the screwdriver. Come on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. It's resisting my magnetic superpowers. Yeah, I tested the PCB before the build. I didn't test every single switch, but I tested whether it is working at all. Like, unless there's a catastrophic failure with the microcontroller, I can usually solve most other issues by myself. When the PCB testing was done before, before the stream started, it's been done off camera. Like, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to push the screws through the plate. And find the beginning of the threading. Like when you apply gentle pressure to a screw and twist it backwards, you can actually feel and hear the beginning of the threading. Because if you twist it backwards, the moment you get right to the beginning of the threading is when it jumps down a little bit. You're gonna hear a little bump, and this is usually a good sign, because it means that you now found. Let's listen to this, okay? I'm turning it backwards. Did you hear that? And now I'm 100% sure that I am actually going into the threading and not not cutting a new threading into the screw hole. Same thing here again, especially with these delicate little screws here. Okay, there it was. I wasn't applying this much pressure, so it was more something that I felt than something that could be heard. Here we go again. You can feel that there is a bit of, the screw holes, they feel a bit crusty. But the tolerances feel great on this board. Like, I do feel like the screws, they go in smoothly. There's probably a tiny bit of crap left in the screw holes that is giving me this weird feeling. Okay. I think that went pretty well. Oh, there's actually... Oh! Now I know why that name sounded familiar. You made the PCBs. Ladies and gentlemen, the actual PCB designer is in the chat. So yeah, I did test the PCBs beforehand. I did test the PCB beforehand, and it was registering at just at 268, and I did some key tests with the tweezers, and worked well. I guess these screws are the price you pay for a case that slim. Okay, so now I guess that the flathead screws were picked so that they could actually sink into the case here. Yeah, I guess you can't get them this flat with another profile. So it makes sense. I mean, again, we're paying the price for a very sexy case here. I'm pretty sure a lot of bad things happened putting these screws in, because it is so easy to slip off a flathead screw, especially if you don't have a good screwdriver. Shit. Okay. Oh, okay. Good to know, yeah. I will try and be easy on these threads. You can hear this. There's my biggest concern is that the screws are going to be sticking out too far to actually be what? Give me a second, I'm going to try something. It's going to be loud now, I'm sorry. Let's see if this one works. Ha! It still works! Flathead. Where are you? Go. Does that fit perfectly? Yeah, this is no help. I'm just gonna get what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna put the screws in as far as I can get, and then I'm going to use some pressurized air to clean the threads. Oh, of course, yeah. The USB port is... I probably can't get the USB port out without dropping the screws first. See, and I thought I picked a nice and easy kit today. Instead, it's good stream material once again. You can see me struggle like you want to. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be using some oil in a minute. Oh, okay. There's a tiny bit of play in there. I'm trying not to. Let me grab those screws first. I certainly don't want these to get lost. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh no, wrong case part. These are the actual problems. Whoa, did you see that? Now I feel stupid for not having done the same thing with the top screws. Let me try something. Oh, sorry for all the headphone users. I'm not worried about moisture really. I'm not sure. I understand the concerns with moisture, of course, because the screws are probably not stainless steel, but just chromed, so they could potentially catch some rust in there. That's a good point, but I don't really know a way around this. Because I think pressurized air is the only way to get the debris out of there. Shit. Oh, there is a lot of stuff going on in these screw holes. I think I'm gonna do these twice. Oh, I usually do direct monitoring with my headphones, but I forgot. Sorry, I wasn't. Haven't gone back to all the to all my routines yet. Okay, this one is doing pretty well. Oh, wow, you can actually see the debris fall out of the case. I'm gonna put on some gloves here. Okay, headphone users, please avert your ears. Oh, I'm just gonna do this off mic. That is... These threads are really giving me a headache. Okay, let's try the bottom ones, if this worked at all. We don't even know that. Okay. Where is some oil? Give me a second. Okay, some WD-40. There we go. Okay. Nope. Ah. Nope, I don't think so. Nope, I don't have thread cutting equipment for these screws. They are just too small. Okay, what else can I do? I can take this and add a little bit of WD-40 to all the screw holes. I don't want this stuff near my keyboards usually. Okay. I think I have to attach the feet to make sure I am putting these screws far enough into the case so that they don't touch the desk. So I've added some WD-40s to all the screw holes now to make sure that we have something to kind of reduce the friction. Oh, this one works pretty well. Yeah, the end is a bit, I think, yeah. Huh. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's a shame. Wait. What I actually feel like is these screws are just too damn long. The problem isn't getting the screws into the screw holes. The problem is that the screws want to go a lot deeper than they were supposed to be. Of course, I don't have any fitting alternatives. This is going to take a long time. I'm really sorry, guys. I hope you all got something to do on the side while I kind of get intimate with these screw holes here. Shit. Okay, I'm going to do a second second attempt on these top screw holes here. Ah, see, this is how far I can get the. It doesn't attach, even though I'm like 100 rotations in. Oh yeah, I'll try giving it another. I'll try giving it another blasting treatment. It definitely worked for the first half of the travel. Anyone know what thread these are? Are these M2 threads? Phew. I don't think more tapping does the job here. I just genuinely think the screws are much too long. Okay, this one's finally catching. Okay, I hope this was the only screw that I lost. Okay. Phew. So yeah, let's look how many revolutions it takes to get the screw out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Oh, there we go. We still haven't done the... Have we done the bottom screws? No, we haven't. Oh yeah, I wanted to try something. Let's find out. If they are actually M2 screws. Yeah! Torch that little hole. Yes! I know, guys. I'm just... I love it when things work like that. Yep. You just got torxed. Oh, flathead. Go home. Look at that. we have another issue. I think. Okay, so the screw problem is solved, because these Torx screws that I got for my stabilizers, which I've got 1,000 of, just perfectly fit into the screw holes and into the thread. Okay, the issue is the screw-in stabilizers down here. They are going to lose their washers. And this means they are going to get shorter screws. That was a huge relief. As what are the chances? Okay, much better. Yeah, this is much better. With just a little bit of pressure. I still think maybe I can find even slimmer screws for my screw-in stabilizers. Let me go through my screw-in stabilizer screw box. Oh, here it is. Let's get the tiniest screws I can find in here. These? Yep. They look super tiny. Let's compare them. Okay, yeah. They are certainly smaller. Let's hope they... Oh, they're the bomb. I wish I knew where to get those. Damn. Okay, let's try this again. Yep. I think this is going to be all right. Okay, so first of all, getting rid of the flathead screwdriver. Let's see if this one also works for the deep holes here. Yes! What a relief. They went here. Okay, let's do this. Oh, look how nicely these screws sink into these the holes. That is just priceless. Okay, great work on the placement here. This is like, there is zero tolerances here. I don't even have to try and align the housing, the case parts, because there is just no way anything here has any play. That is pretty intense, I have to admit. Flip it around and I'll be damned. That is pretty cute. I think I have to charge this one. Pretty disappointing so far. Sorry, I have to do a little bit of cleaning up. I can't stand a mess on my table, on my desk. Well, before we start with the typing test, we certainly have to do bring the keycaps on. Should we go with accents or not? Yes, please. That's a cute little NORDE Kit here. Okay. Ah, here we go. Here's a little FN key. See? That's good news. The tab key. Don't worry, guys. I'm not gonna introduce every key personally, but I want to get the less common keys laid out first before we start with. Here we go. Should be, no, that's a 2-unit. 2-unit shift. You kids and your crazy layouts. Who the fuck came up with this messed up 60% with arrows on the bottom row? That's just ruining the PCBs these days. Okay, can I please get some input on the accent keys? Are we going to use accent keys, and where? Ooh, that doesn't work well. What happened here? Oh, that key's probably meant for here. Oh, okay. Well, suddenly there's a lot of regret here, but got this one. Okay. No accents. No accents, no accents. Okay, guys, no accents. Can't even have fun once. The only accents we're going to be having are on the French keys, right? Sweet. Yeah, some of the keycaps aren't behaving. And we've got the trademark. The trademark super tight fit on MX clears. No stem busting though. Hint, hint. Okay, following the strong no accent policy implemented by my viewers. Oh, there we go. Yeah, great job on the top row, German layout people. That's a real fuck up. No fun allowed. Very well put. Okay, here we go. Okay, delete. This is going to be delete. And let's see if we can get the right profiles here. Yep, looks good. Nope. This one's not good. Is there another? Here we go. I think we need these two. Much better. Okay. Not too bad. Oh! Yeah. That's certainly end. I think I had too much tea. There is a little problem that I saw while putting this together. Damn, MX clears. The problem was with, I think, this key here. Oh no. Key looks good now, right? Or was it the Z key? Like, I think one of the key had... I think it was this one. But I think managed to push it close. Okay. So keys look good now. Let's try it. To move it. Uh-huh. Ah, this is FN. Works well. Enter Shift. Works. Oh wow, even the ISO key is pre-mapped. Nice. Oh, this one's mapped to WinKey. That's a bit something I want to change. Oh, there's no backspace. I've been typing on very light linears for quite a while now, so these I have to get used to these slightly heavier Ergo clears once again. So I'm not a great typist, but I feel like I'm not typing as good as I can. I do need caps lock a lot. Yeah, I certainly got screwed, but I torqued that hole, and it's definitely what we want to take away tonight. Where did I mess up the German row? Chip, 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 chip. I think the layout is okay. Zoom out. Oh. I think keyboard looks pretty neat. I like the Samurai, the GMK. What was it called? GMK Red Samurai. I like them on a brass plate. I think it works together well. The switches feel great. I like they have a very muffled sound in this configuration with a tad bit of lube and the lighter springs, and of course some switch films. I think this is a very nice Ergo clear configuration. Layout is great. Yeah, I've mostly done this to get a change in layout again, because I've been typing on my Singa 75% and on the TGR 910, which is pretty much the same layout. Yeah. Oh, GMK Burgundy. It's only ANSI well, at least they didn't put any NORDE Kit keys. Screw this. Keys in there. Where's the keyboard? Where's the key? Rosakin. Hey, where's the dude who made the PCB? Is the PCB? We're gonna find out if it's a bootmapper client. Bootmapper client. I know a lot of people hate the bootmapper client stuff, but I kind of like it. Was not found. Okay, so it's probably a different software. Okay, so I'll have to do something else to remap it. Nope. Can't find it. Actually, oh, it's QMK. Well, some people are going to get a hard on. Not me in particular, but well, I'm going to be able to reprogram this. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to reprogram my M65, which I still haven't properly set up. I am very, 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 very happy and relieved that we got this working with the short screws. It is such a great coincidence and such a huge relief that these little cuties here, and these are actually stainless steel screws. These are real stainless steel, so I am not worried about any kind of humidity in those holes. And I got a great seal here. The fit on this case is something I haven't seen before, because there is literally like less than a millimeter of play across the whole case assembly here. I can imagine this being a major pain to manage, especially when the screws like have pretty much no clearance around them in their screw holes. So, well, first of all, tip in my head to Zonda there for going this very intense way. I think we can all agree that this is a pretty hot looking case. I mean, this has got to be one of the slimmest cases around. Well, the downsides are clearly that we are very close to what is physically possible, and we are running into all kinds of troubles. It's a shame that the long screws here, I mean, this is the screws that came with it. And this is a screw that is working great for me. Yeah. So much trouble could have been saved by just going with a lot shorter screws. Because I don't know why you... size doesn't matter. Like you can really ruin a hole with this monster. Don't take it out of context. Well, if you have this as a polycarbonate case, these screw holes are going to be a gazillion times more brittle. So I really recommend being very careful with the screws there. These are actually M2 screws. Oh no, these are M2 screws by 5 millimeters. So M2 5mm length. That's how they classify. And the other ones I previously got were, I think they were M2 by 4mm. And so these, here's another bag. These are M2 by 4mm, and these are great for mounting screw-in stabilizers without washers. These are still okay for mounting screw-in stabilizers with washers. These were originally a bit too long without washers, but they work okay with washers. So since I've got tons of these, I'm going to use them as long as I use washers. And the other ones are a bit more on the sexy side because they don't protrude through the top of the stabilizer. We can have a look here. Here we go. Oh no, it's well, yeah, you can't really see it now. Oh, sorry, I was still in chat. That is very unfortunate. Never happened to me before. Okay, guys. Yeah. I hope we all had fun. And I'm glad that so many people were actually in the chat. It's been a great experience, especially having the PCB designer randomly appear in chat and giving some nice insights there. Thanks very much. I really appreciate it. Overall, like I got to say, this is a pretty good kit. Yeah, it's I'm trying to find the right words. Like, it is a very delicate kit. It is well done. But the whole thing about the screws is pretty unfortunate. I think due to the fact that these screws can be a real game breaker, they can physically ruin the kit. And they even if you're careful and you don't want to ruin the kit, they can lead to a situation where the case doesn't close, or you can't properly tighten or fasten the case. It is a big pity. I think I remember that Sondert has offered sending out replacement screws on Discord, so it might very well be that there's a solution for this whole screw problem, and I'm just acting like I just reinvented the wheel when I literally just did the same thing that Sondert has done a month ago. So yeah, I'm just talking about me building this kit, not having really read through all this stuff that's been going on. I hope not too many people have actually ruined their threads, and I think I remember that there have been shipments of replacement screws or something like that. Yep. Thanks very much, guys. Have a good one. Yeah, I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching.